Hello, my name is LeJon Freeman, and you're reviewing my interpersonal communication project for Liberty University HSER 508. Next slide. What is the meaning of communication and listening? Stewart 2012 defines communication as an approach to humanness, a way to express ideas, get things completed, entertain, convince, and persuade others. In addition, communication is continuous and complex and collaborative with verbal and nonverbal meaning. Next slide. What is conversation based upon in communication? Stewart 2012 states that conversation is the most influential in communication and points out that conversation is where humans occupy an abundant amount of personal communication, both verbal and nonverbal. Next slide. Features of communication according to Stewart 2012 are meaning, choice, cultures and identities, conversation, and nexting. Each feature gives a purpose and the person the ability to communicate properly. Next slide. What is dialogue within communication? Dialogue, according to Stewart 2012, is a push and pull quality of communication. It's understanding and involves two parties taking turns listening and communicating. Next slide. My overachieving goals are to become a level 1 listener and remove myself from level 3 by approaching the following. Shed the listening barrier, become an unbiased listener, pay attention to the speaker, listen with an open mind, refrain from becoming an emotional listener, stop being critical, stop finishing sentences, do not judge, utilize the talker-listener card, and be patient. Stop interrupting. Next slide. I also need to reduce emotional disturbance, have clarity when communicating, increase self-confidence, and build supportive relationships. Next slide. My DISC personality background is DCCD, which represents an aggressive attitude. The DISC test pointed out that I need to listen carefully to others and not have a passive-aggressive attitude. In addition, I need to think before I speak. Next slide. My personal background, according to Carbonell, points out that as a DC-CD personality, others see me as distant, unresponsive, aggressive, and argumentative. Next slide. Barriers to achieving the goals that I have outlined are described in the Burley-Allen text 1995. I need to do the following to become a better listener. Remove emotional defenses. I need to stop hearing what I want to hear. I need to stop having an internal distractor, not listening actively, not valuing others, and not having an open mind, constantly having a closed mind. Next slide. These barriers are a form of noise pollution, both internal and external. The solution for noise pollution for myself are to stop, look, listen, and be empathetic. Next slide. In an effort to enlarge the conversation, I must interject the following. I need to offer understanding, have clarity, focus on listening. Next slide. Barriers I face in an effort to become a better communicator are perception and reception. Burley-Allen suggests one to utilize the senses that allows for getting involved and absorbing information. In addition, I need to remove myself and do the following in a better way to communicate. I need to stop trying to be the boss of the conversation. I need to hide my emotions and expressions, and I also need to remove my aggression. Next slide. My strategies to become a level 1 listener are: I need to implement the talker listening card at all times or whenever possible. I need to change my communication habit. I need to stay focused, and in addition, I need to make a strong effort not to interrupt others. Next slide. In summary, this course has opened my mind to the levels of listening and what type of listener I am. In an effort to remove myself from being a level 3 listener, I plan to utilize the tools from each textbook and become a level 1 listener. Communication is connecting in relationships, and it's a continuous effort to provide quality in the life of others and of yourself. In addition, I realize in an effort for me to become a better communication, I have to let go of certain things that is disabling my process, such as aggression, anger, irritation, and tuning in and out. I know this process is ongoing and cannot happen overnight. However, if I do not attempt to change and enlarge the conversation, as described by Peterson in 2007, I may be missing out on relatively important conversation and always stay at a level 3 listener. Thank you for viewing my HSER interpersonal communication project, and may God continue to bless me in all my journeys as I attempt to become a level 1 listener. Thank you.